two, we'll reconvene public as soon as people are ready. Final push. They have it, 2:59. Yeah, maybe 3:15.
Time that's going to show up.
Three times.
All right, everyone, this is the Oregon Board of Accountancy, Friday, December 15th at 2:38 p.m. I am now reconvening the public session of the Board of Accountancy after conclusion of a recess that was called for the purpose of conducting an executive session. I'll conduct yet another roll call for records. So Joe Sullivan, Board Chair.
Earl Valdivia, Vice Chair.
Martin Pettione, Executive Director.
Logan Steele, Board Member.
Jeremiah Lippert, Board Staff.
Haley Lyons, board member.
Andrew Barlow, Board Staff. Jason Robinson, Board Treasurer.
Angie Hunt, Board Legal Counsel.
Nancy Young Oliver, board member.
And Board Staff.
Matthew Solomon, Staff.
Stuart Morris, board member.
Tanya.
Boac Chair.
Perfect. I'm just going to go down the rest as I see them on the screen. So Tracy Glover. You can take yourself off mute, just announce.
Oh, Tracy Glover.
Yeah, thank you. Giancarlo Posey.
Present.
Thank you. John Brams. And John, if you wouldn't mind, there you go.
I'm here.
Thank you. And I think I've covered everyone on Zoom. And then did we have anyone coming back in person with Sherry or Gary coming back, or did they?
I think that they are hopefully at any moment.
Yeah, we could just have them. We'll keep going here. I think item 11 on the public agenda, which would be motions on cases heard in executive session.
I move for insufficient evidence in case number 23-010 in regards to OAR 801-030-0010 Prem 1 Prem B undue professional care and OAR 801-030-0020 Prem 8 Prem B board communications. Again, insufficient evidence.
Second.
Okay, I have second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Hearing none. Any abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes.
That means the case can be closed.
Okay,
Confused.
I'll just, sorry, Nancy, I'll just mention that Sherry rejoined us from the OSCPA, so we just did roll call. Sherry, so yeah.
in case number 23-023, I move for sufficient evidence in violation of OAR 801-050-0020 Pren 1 and Pren 4 for not having a peer review in accordance with the peer review program standards for a period in which the firm was subject to peer review requirements.
Second.
Okay. Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes.
In case number 23-024, I move for sufficient evidence of a violation of OAR 801-005-0010 Pren 61 for practicing public accountancy while license was suspended.
Second.
Okay. Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes. And then before we go to the next, Raul, I think you have a recusal.
Yes, I'm recused from the vote on 23-005.
Okay.
Okay, in case number 23-005, I move for insufficient evidence in regards to OAR 801-030-0010 Pren 4 tax standards and/or OAR -030-0020, Pren 1, professional misconduct.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstention
One recusal.
with one recusal, motion passes.
Okay.
Doing great.
Okay, in regards to case number 23-011, 23-012, 23-013, and 23-014, I make a motion for sufficient evidence on multiple violations in regards to OAR 801-030-0010, Pren 1, Pren B, for not timely responding to a client and filing an unauthorized extension. For OAR 801-030-0020, Pren A, Pren B, for not timely responding to board communications.
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes.
In regards to case number 23-020, I move for sufficient evidence in regards to OAR 801-030-0020, Pren 3, Pren A, for not timely reporting regulatory actions to the board, and OAR 801-030-0020, Pren 8, Pren B, for not timely responding to board communications.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes.
In regards to case number 23-015, 23-016, 23-017, 23-018, 23-019, I move for sufficient evidence for multiple violations of OAR 801-030-0010, Pren 1, Pren B, for not timely completing client engagements, and OAR 801-030-0020, Pren A, 8, Pren B, for not responding to board communications timely.
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes.
In regards to case number 23-029, I move for sufficient evidence in regards to OAR 801-010-0345, Pren 8, Pren C, for using a plural name without a second licensee employed by the firm.
Second.
Second, any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes.
In regards to case number 23-022, I move for sufficient evidence for violation of OAR 801-010-0130, Pren 1, for practicing public accountancy with a lapsed license. For OAR 801-030-0020, Pren 8, Pren B, for not responding to board communications within 21 days, and OAR 801-030-0020, Pren 10, for not notifying the board within 30 days of a change of address.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes.
In regards to case number 23-037, I move for sufficient evidence in regards to OAR 801-030-0020, Pren 3, Pren lowercase a, Pren capital C, for not reporting the resolution of a regulatory action within 45 days.
I second.
Second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, abstentions? None, motion passes.
So in regards to request for direction, report 2022, report -001, I move that we close the report.
I second.
We have a second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed?
You can group.
Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none, motion passes.
And this next part, I'm going to make two different motions.
Yeah,
Okay.
should I just state real quick again that,
Yes.
yeah, with respect to inquiry to 2023-INQ -025 and 2023-INQ -026. I'm recusing myself from those because I have a financial interest in the firm, so I will not be voting, and our vice chair can kind of take over any motions that are heard there.
Okay, so I make a motion to close the inquiries, 2023 inquiry 025 and 2023 inquiry 026.
I second.
Are there any, we have a motion and a second for inquiries 2023 INQ 025 and 2023 INQ 026. All those in agreement, please state.
Aye.
I,
Hearing no abstentions, no nays, the motion passes. And choose.
Thank you.
okay, I move for closure of inquiry 2023 inquiry 002, 2023 inquiry 023, and inquiry 2023 inquiry number 28.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes. I think that might be everything, correct? We'll keep moving quick here. Item number 12, consideration of settlement proposals. I believe there's none unless anything came through.
Yeah, we didn't get anything last minute from the gentleman we sent stuff out to, okay?
Okay, item 13, report of the chair. I'm actually going to save that right at the end here, just as a recognition of Nancy's service at the board. So I'll skip that for now. Item 14, Raul, report of the vice chair.
Yeah, I'm looking at this.
Okay, perfect. Item 15, Jason, report of the treasurer.
We're gonna hold off on that and we'll report in February.
Perfect. Love the efficiency. We already did 16, so knock that one out. 17, A, the meeting summary for the complaints committee from November. We have that in our materials, or did we already cover that? I just didn't mark it off, can't remember.
I don't think we've covered it, but there's nothing to report.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Tanya. Okay, any questions or comments from the board on 17? Okay. 18, you might have comments here, Jason, just on the qualifications committee on the recent meeting on December 6th.
Yeah, so we had a meeting with the QC committee and we talked about the dissolving them, and they took it really well. There was a lot of support for continue on in different capacities for the board and whatever they could do. So really great group of people. And we will have a final session with them to officially close out the committee in January. So.
And we'll do that one in person so we can feed them and say thank you.
Perfect.
Talk also a little bit about, one of the things that's kind of on my mind a little bit is, I don't know how many board members are actually aware that we, for example, have these memorandums of understandings with some of the kind of larger private industry entities like Lithia and Nike, Department of Revenue. You probably know of a few more off the top of your head. And it's really kind of it's essentially kind of a way for these entities to have a more structured way of supporting those that are kind of coming into the profession through their programs. And I'm kind of curious to hear kind of what the outgoing committee's perspectives are and kind of how we can continue to foster that. Because just because we streamlined the process for licensure, really to me is a very separate issue from the continued need to try to foster
A good program.
good programs that kind of bring people through and up the private industry track and into the profession. So I wanted to kind of see what they have to say, because eventually that's a discussion we need to bring back here in terms of what the board's vision is in terms of how we can support that part of the enterprise, because that part is still very much, relevant and valuable.
Thank you, and thank you both for having those meetings and expressing the board's gratitude for all the work they did. So
Jason did a great job kind of getting that all prepared with the chair. All I had to do is show up, so it was amazing. Thank you.
Okay, item 20, ratification requests. So we have CPA certificates and permits, 20B firm registrations, and 20C the municipal roster. So looking for a motion to approve those as presented.
Okay, so I move that we approve as presented the CPA certificates and permits.
I second.
Okay, we have a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes.
I move that we accept the firm registrations as presented.
Second.
Second, any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes.
I move that we approve the industry certificates and permits as presented.
I second.
Second, any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed? Hearing none. Abstentions? Hearing none. Motion passes.
Can I just say a quick thank you to the licensing team? This is a really solid amount of activity that is coming through here. And I also want to point out a fair number of reciprocity licenses. So we're humming on all cylinders.
Yeah, I
The way
noticed.
we should. So we couldn't be doing that without the team here.
I noticed all the reciprocity ones. Okay, we're getting down there. Item 21, which is officer elections for 2024, which includes the chair, the vice chair, and the treasurer. So this can be single motions for each position, or it could be a joint motion if we're going to stay the same for this coming year. So
I'm willing to remain the treasurer if you'll have me.
I'd like to have you.
So I'll just make a motion that we keep the same chair, vice chair, and treasurer for calendar year 2024.
Can I second that?
Yes, okay.
I second that.
Yeah, it's not awkward.
Put myself in.
Okay. Yeah, second, we have a second, so any discussion? So I would just say, yeah, I'm happy to continue as long as everyone's on board with that. And yeah, we have a lot to do, but I'm excited about it and energized by the conversation today, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to continue to serve as vice chair.
Awesome. All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, abstentions? Hearing none, motion passes. All right, I think before we adjourn, then it's just back to me for the report of the chair. And the one thing I had was just kind of wanted to recognize Nancy for her service on the board. We were kind of talking earlier, and I don't know how many years it's been. I think we both lost count between service on BOAC and the board. So I know that it's been a long time. And a lot of that time we've overlapped together. So it's been a pleasure personally. And so I just appreciate the chance to work with you, appreciate the expertise, wisdom that you've provided the board over the years. We will certainly miss you, but excited for you at the same time. So, and I know we have the exact cake that I believe you.
Let me guess.
No.
But anyway,
My
if
very
anyone
favorite.
else had any words to say, but I just want to thank you, Nancy. It's really been a pleasure working with you. Look forward to keeping in touch.
Me too.
Yeah, thank you, Nancy.
Oh.
We've also, spent time with you on the complaints committee and here. And you led this board through some challenging times with a lot of having to make some hard decisions, and you did so really wonderfully. And it's put us in a much better position now than we were back when we all started. And that's great. That's awesome.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Thank you for saying that. I was just realizing that was one of the things I was thinking about earlier is, I'm really excited where we're at, where we're going. And we wouldn't be here without some tough decisions that you led us through. So thank you.
Well,
The
go ahead.
tough decisions kind of give me the right point. I'll keep this very short, but you and I have worked together for a really long time, been through some really, really tough stuff and really amazing stuff together. But probably the one that really stands out is that you're the one who opened the door, not knowing kind of what was going on my end at the time. That kind of opened up this whole me returning back to the board, right? You're the one who opened that door, and that was incredibly special, and it made a huge difference in my life, and allows me to now hopefully make a difference for you. And you were kind of the driver behind all that, so I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, I just want to make a comment. When Kimberly called me and asked if I wanted to serve, I usually say, well, let me think about it, whatnot, because I would serve on other places. But when she thought, Nancy Young recommended you. So, from thinking about it to about 98%, I was there. And she said Nancy recommended me because we have worked together for a long time. So appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks, everyone. This has been, it's kind of a bittersweet decision for me. But I think that it's really important that, when you know that your purpose in a place is done, that you go ahead and you move on. And so it is a little bittersweet to move on because I've invested a lot of years in the Board of Accountancy. And I know it's the right time for me to move on and make room for somebody else with fresh ideas and fresh eyes. But I really value my time having served to the board. I think it's extremely important for each of us to give back, and in whatever way. And this profession has been just, a godsend to me. I'm so thankful for where I'm at today. And, we all give back in different ways, and serving, this profession in this way has just been a real honor and a real privilege. I've just loved working with each and every one of you. So I wish you well going forward. I know you guys will do great things. And, but yeah, thank you. And we do have cake. And contrary, I know you were going to think it was chocolate, but it's champagne raspberry. It's my very favorite from Conditorize. So if you guys.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So I think they actually, I put in my order, about 6 months ago for the cake. So I wanted to make sure that we had champagne raspberry. So, yeah, but thank you.
Actually, I put on the chair agenda, and I quote, because it has double meaning: cake will be here as ordered by Nancy 18 months ago. However, I did then clarify that the cake was freshly made.
Sherry,
Said for all of you, I'd like to thank you for your leadership and your grace and doing so. Thank you very much. It's widely recognized outside of the board.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you, everyone, and I'll now adjourn the board meeting of the Oregon Board of Accountancy. It is 3:03 PM. Next short meeting was next Thursday at noon, December 21st. And then our next regular board meeting is Thursday, February 14th, 2024. So thank you, everyone, and talk to you next week.
Bye, Stu. Bye, Tanya.
All right.
I think
Happy holidays.
Raspberry lemonade.
Bye, and it was done by